I don't understand how y'all do it. This is a continuation of my series on miserable relationships. In the first one, if you haven't seen it, I suggest you go back and watch it. I discussed this meme that talked about, it said something to the effect of, I just want somebody who I can lay my head on their chest and think about all the people I don't trust, including you. And, you know, just how crazy that is to be in a relationship with somebody that you obviously don't trust. Like, why are you there? But just to extend that a little further, you know, of course you have your physical, emotional, verbal abusive relationships. You may be in a relationship with somebody who consistently cheats, a relationship with somebody who disrespects you, talk to you in the kind of way, doesn't respect you as a man or a woman. You know, your values are different, your morals are different, and you're in a space where your eye is you're eyeing the outside world. You're thinking of escape routes, but you can't pull the trigger. So every day you're in this place where, you know, you're just settling for what's not making you happy. You know, if everybody's objective is to be happy, then how do people keep finding themselves in miserable relationships? You know, if it's a situation where you live together and you're constantly on eggshells because you don't know what mood your mate is in, what attitude you're getting that day, why are you there? If you're in a relationship and when they're out of your sight, you don't know what they're doing or even have you in mind, why do you stay there? You're in a relationship and they're just not willing to give you what you seek out of the relationship. You're catering to them. You're being the best version of yourself that you can be, but you're the one with the empty basket. What are you doing? Why do we do this to ourselves? You know, and then it gets to a point where you feel like too much time is invested. Oh, well, we've been together for 2 years now. We've been together for 3, 4, 5, whatever. You know, and I guess even though with all the crap you're going through, you can't imagine your life without them because of history. You know, you want to be married, but they're non-committal. You know, you want to be public in your relationship. They don't want people in their business, though. That's a good one. So you're not being fulfilled, yet you're willing to stay and gripe and complain. You know, at what point do you really want the things you talk about? You can't talk about you want to be happy, but won't leave the things that make you unhappy. You can't talk about what type of woman you want, what type of man you want, but stay with the one that gives traits of what you don't want. You know, being a person of your word is important. And if your word means nothing to you, it won't mean nothing to anybody else. And so what's appealing about staying with, you know, as people get older, past the age of 30 and so on and so forth, 40, 50, whatever, you know, that being alone thing, I guess, keeps people bound. But, you know, is me being alone scarier than just being unhappy? Oh, well, I'm happy sometimes. Sometimes not sufficient enough. Because sometimes isn't majority. Sometimes it's just, if there's 7 days out the week, I'm happy 2 of those. But the other 5 days of hell. I mean, you have a weekend happiness. I mean, I don't know how to to put that into context. I'm happy sometimes. Sometimes. He thinks about me sometimes. She treats me right sometimes. Sometimes we don't argue. I don't get it. Help me understand. But I promise you something. If you take that chance and dare to find your happiness, it'll find you.